In this video we will start for the weather app project, the last project in this course. So here, the first thing we will do right here is to make HTML5. And then we will connect between this file and the CSS. I believe it was style.css. Okay, that's good. And then let's add some HTML for this video. The first one we will do here is the weather container, and then we will make for the search container that we will search from, and then we will add input with the type of text, and let's give it a class of search. So when I search, it will give me the result of the weather, and put them with search. Okay, so do we have anything here? Yeah, we got this. And after this container right here, we will add for the weather content. So here we can make it with weather. I was about to give it for the weather section, but now weather it's okay because to make it shorter. And h1 with class of city. Let's make it 3 dots, and this will contain the name of the city. So we can just type here weather in, and this will be dynamic. Okay, and then we can make for P for the temperature, so we can make it just temp. And we will add an image for the source and leave it empty. Class, let's give it a class of icon, because it should be an icon from the Open Weather Map, which is the website that we'll use for this API project, which is a popular one in the case of the weather app. And now P with class of description, and let's leave the description empty. And after this part, the humidity right here, humidity, and let's leave it empty right now. And then we will add for the wind speed, so we can make here P with wind and leave it also empty. And that's all for the HTML. Let's now know how we can get the API code from the Open Weather app map. And in this case we will use the fetch. So we used the systematic one, which was for the Google, and you will use it for a lot of API projects. And the second way to do the API project is the fetch, and I'll show you the difference and when you can use the systematic for the Google or the fetch. Let's go here. I go to the Open Weather Map. You need to have an account, so you can just get an account from sign up here. Okay, so now we will, after you sign up, we will go to the API. Okay, what we want here is current weather data. You can make any one you want right here, but in our case we want this one. Okay, so what we will do here is getting you to get this one. Copy and paste it here. Now we need to get the city, so we can search for Pi city name. So we don't need to get the longitude and the latitude. Here we can type Zagreb, but we still need an API key. So we can go to my profile, my API keys. So here we got mine. So we can copy this one and paste it here. So here we got all of this information. In case if you don't have one, you can activate one from here. And if this page gives you an error, I think it was 401. This doesn't mean you don't have the API key. It means it's still loading. The API key is not yet activated, but it will be activated within, I think, half an hour to 2 hours. Okay, and now this is good. And now we're done from adding the HTML and how we can get the API key from the Open Weather Map. In the next video, we will know how we can display data inside this part. So good luck and have fun. For the Google map that we said before, it tells you a sequence to move on, right? Which was some code, but here it gives you a website to go to in order to find the thing that you need. Like that, you will copy this and paste it here, find the city name, the API key, and then it will open you a long page that you want to take your info from this one. But to make it work, so you need to fetch in this case. But in the other case, it tells you some code to type or to copy and paste. This will be for the systematic as Google. So this is the difference between the fetch and the systematic way, and these are the two ways that you will use ever in your projects. Okay, and then right here we will make a function, and this function, let's call it fetch weather. And here let's set this variable to be equal to function and the city. So this can be considered as a variable if you want to make it as a variable and not as this way, but it's okay like that. And open the bracket, and here we will make the fetch right here. And what we want to do right here is to go to this part, copy this, which is the thing that we want to test for, but we will make it inside too. And now I'm fetching, which is I am getting the data from here, and we want this to be dynamic, so we will make it like that. Delete this one, add the plus. Okay, and here it will be the city to be dynamic, the city that will be entered from the user. And the API key, we can make it like that, plus API key, and this is how it will work. So API key is a constant, and the city is the one that we will get from the user. Okay, and now that is good. Okay, we get a problem here, so we can just call this cities in order to not get error from this city and this city, so we made this one cities. Okay, so it asked me what do you want to make for the fetch. We can make here then, and we can call this one response. You know, most of web developers call this response. Okay, and after the response right here, I want a function. A function that will take response.json. You actually don't need to understand this to use the API key, JSON is not necessary to use it. And after then, it means right here, it will wait until I get the response, which is all the data from here. And then after we get the response, I wanna make this for info, and then this response for the info, which is for the city, display weather, which is a function that we will make with the info, and that's what we will do. Okay, so do we have any problem right now? Yes, this one. Okay, now the problem is solved, and that's about all we need right now. And then we will add for the function, which is display weather. We will make it here as a variable, display weather, and make it equal to a function, and the function got a parameter with info. So when I call this function, I will make it here with this one, so this will be replaced to here for the parameter. Okay, so I think this is enough for this video.